For the first time since 2007, Kyle Busch finds himself back in a Chevrolet, and for the first time since 2008, he finds himself with a new team with Richard Childress Racing. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Inside Lines. We're talking about Kyle Busch and the future of Kyle Busch. Let's first start off with the good news. Announced a new sponsor this weekend. Netspend will be a primary sponsor for the 8 car for a few races, and a beautiful, beautiful white, aqua blue, and orange Chevrolet really pops. I absolutely love RCR. Say what you want about RCR. They absolutely bang with paint schemes. It's very rare for RCR to put out a bad paint scheme, which further creates the idea that JGR in reality didn't really want Kyle Busch. They just said that they were looking for sponsorship, but in reality they didn't want Kyle Busch. Now, I can understand both sides of the situation where JGR wanted one sponsor or one majority sponsor, like Denny Hamlin has FedEx. You know, he may have a couple side sponsors like Coca-Cola and sports clubs, but FedEx is the main team. For the Martruck Juniors, Bass Pro Shops. For the 20 car is DeWalt and Rheem. Kyle Busch was M&M's and Interstate Batteries, just a little bit on the side, but it was mainly M&M's, and JGR wanted a replacement for that. They want a replacement for M&M's to take up a majority of the schedule, but to understand, in today's NASCAR, that's not possible, or at least it's very rare nowadays. I don't understand JGR's mentality that they were only going to pursue one main sponsor and that was it. Yes, of course, the Oracle deal was a possibility, but that fell. Y'all still had a year. You had plan B to instead come up with a bunch of different sponsors to be able to help Kyle Busch. I mean, shows right here with Netspend. No one's ever heard of them. Came out of the blue. Bam, they sponsored them. Now, granted, RCR's sponsorship model and JGR's sponsorship model completely different. We talked about JGR. RCR is multiple sponsorships to make up one season. With the 3 car and Austin Dillon, it's mainly Dow, Bass Pro Shops, maybe Huck Fishing, some other side sponsors, but Dow and Bass Pro Shops are the main theme. But with the 8 car in Tyler Reddick, you have 3Chi, Lenovo, Cheddar, Alsco. You have 5-6 different sponsors combined into one. I don't understand JGR's mentality in that even though I know that their business model was going for one main sponsor, they still could have gone with multiple different sponsors to help make up the cost, and they chose not to do that. The reason why? I genuinely think that they didn't want to pursue Kyle Busch and they were instead going for Ty Gibbs, who is cheaper and has a big main sponsor in Monster Energy. But anyways, that story and opinion has been beaten by a dead horse. Let's talk about Kyle Busch's outlook at RCR. So we know that Kyle Busch is going to 2023 with a clean slate, new team, returning manufacturer in Chevrolet, but he is entering 2023 in a slump. The past 3 seasons have been the worst stretch, in my opinion, of Kyle Busch's career. In the last 3 seasons, 108 races, he's only been to victory lane 4 times. And 2022 was statistically, in my opinion, his worst season to date. Keep in mind that his win at Bristol Dirt, he backed into that one. That wasn't a legit win. If Reddick and Briscoe didn't spin each other out, Busch would be nowhere near in contention for the win. So yeah, he won. We'll give him that, but it wasn't an, I don't want to say earned win because everyone earns a win, but you know what I mean. 8 top 5 finishes last year, which is the worst in his entire career. Even in his rookie year in 2005, he earned 9 top 5s. He wasn't able to make it out of the round of 16, finished 13th in points. That is the worst since 2012, the last time he missed what was then the chase for the cup. And his average finish of 16.7 is the second worst of his career. The worst one was back in 2005 when he had an average finish of 21.0. But again, that was his rookie year. You should not regress, especially that much when you're now a 2-time cup champion. You have so much experience in the sport. Kyle Busch is going to 2023 not only as a fresh, clean slate, but also just get out of this slump, because since his championship win in 2019, we have not seen Kyle Busch. We know Kyle Busch. We know what normal Kyle Busch looks like. The last 3 years have not been normal Kyle Busch. So that's what a lot of people are looking at. Not only they're looking at to see how this dynamic would work between Busch and RCR and Busch and Austin Dillon, his new teammate, but they're also seeing, will Kyle Busch get out of this slump? Or is this just going to be a same script, different team type of deal where, yeah, he may move to a new team, but the same thing is going to happen. Now, he is going to the 8 car, which is coming off a great season last year. Won 3 races, 2 on the road course at the Indy Road Course and Road America, and 1 and a mile and a half at Texas with Tyler Reddick and Randall Burnett, who is returning to the team as crew chief. That's good. You have a returning team that has, that is used to winning and has won more than you, Kyle. So you're going to a team that statistically is better than the team that you were at last year. So I think going into 2023, Kyle Busch will be the biggest thing that many people are going to be having their eye on, because Kyle Busch, say what you want, in my opinion, he is the most popular driver, in the sense of, even if you ask random people down the street, name a current NASCAR driver, more than likely they're going to pick out Kyle Busch, or at least one of 3 or 4 drivers, maybe Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, and then Kyle Busch. Yes, Chase Elliott may be the most popular driver, but Kyle Busch is the most unpopular popular driver. So many eyeballs are going to be on him to see not only what his team does at Kyle Busch Motorsports with them going to Chevrolet trucks, but also, again, will Kyle Busch get out of this slump? Will he be able to go back to the Kyle Busch that we're used to seeing, the I shouldn't say overconfident, but the cocky in a funny way type of Kyle Busch? Because I'll be honest, I miss that Kyle Busch. As much as I didn't like Kyle Busch growing up, especially in the mid 2010s, I did not like Kyle Busch at all. I now want Kyle Busch to win. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I actually want him to win or do well at the very least. But it'll also be interesting to know, but it'll also be interesting going into the season is, did JGR make the right decision? Now, this year, it can be a bit of a write-off. Ty Gibbs, he is technically a full-time rookie. He competed, I think, for 15 some odd races last year, replacing for Kurt Busch. So I don't know if he's going to count full-time as a rookie, but this will be the first time he's going to be a Cup Series driver full-time. So you can count it off as a bit of a write-off, but it's going to be interesting a few years down the line, because Kyle Busch is mid-30s. He's not like Kevin Harvick, who is retiring at the end of this year in his mid-40s. Kyle Busch is still going to be in the sport for quite some time. So not only this year, but in 24, 25, 26, it's going to be very interesting to know that who made the right decision. Did JGR make the right call in letting Kyle Busch go, replacing with a younger and cheaper Ty Gibbs? Or did they make the wrong call and Kyle Busch goes on to win many more races, maybe even a couple championships to bring RCR back to relevance? I mean, it is a tall order to task for Kyle Busch. Yeah, the A car has had success, but the last time RCR went to victory lane for a championship, you have to go all the way back to 1994, Dale Earnhardt. That's 30 years ago. That's a long time that RCR has been anywhere near championship glory. I mean, outside of Kevin Harvick, the past 2 or 3 times, I think in 2010 was a season that I think the only time that maybe Kevin Harvick was in real contention to win for a championship. Other than that, RCR has been a B+, A- type of team in the sense of where they were compared to where they are now. They have the capability, they have the pieces to be able to go out there and win races, but can they go out there and win a championship? And is Kyle Busch the missing link? That is going to be something that we're going to find out this year. But what are your thoughts on this situation? What do you think about Kyle Busch? Do you think that this year it's just going to be a continuation of what we saw the last 3 years? Or do you think that he will prove JGR wrong, that they made a mistake letting him go and bring RCR back to relevance, win races, and potentially bring home a championship? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Don't forget, of course, leave a like and subscribe for more content. Thank y'all so much for watching. Until next time, my name is Jet. See you next time.